This conference will now be recorded.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, are we going to have the session? Uh,
Okay, can we start?
I
Yeah, hi team. Good evening. And before going to the topic, I would like to, bit, little bit better, and for your background and your experience and what you expect from this training. Can you anyone tell these are the things? After that, we move forward with the session topics.
Yeah, I have around 15 to 20 years of
Yes.
experience in quality assurance. I worked on all the API automation with rest assured and all the performance testing, and also on the Selenium. Not much on the functional UI, but more on the API automation I did. So I know about the Selenium and all those things, but I did not get chance to work on the Appium as of now.
Okay.
So that is the reason I want to check. Well, like because earlier I worked for the Chimoka framework somewhere, sometime, but there I used to um, look at the XPath and all in the in the mobile side there, but I did not work on with the Appium exclusively. So that's the reason I want to learn it.
Okay. And next, kindly give me the intro for yourself so that we have proceed with the same.
Hi, this is Dipsy, and I have pretty much similar experience like Krishna, but I don't have 15, 20 years experience, just 7 years experience so far. So yeah, I have worked on Selenium with Java and so
Okay.
as Cypress, but never got chance to work on Appium. So that's why I'm just attending this training and just see if is
Okay,
that
that's
going to be
great.
beneficial in any way.
Yes, yes. And for next,
Hello everyone, this is Abhinay Kumar.
yeah, yeah.
I have around 12 years of experience. And, my experience is completely into mobile testing. I'm just trying to see how I can improve that by learning Appium.
Okay, fine. Then next,
So hi, I'm Rama. I'm an audible actually.
yes, yes.
So actually, I have 8 years of experience in manual and automation. Then after marriage, I have a career gap of 6 years. But before 6 years, actually, I have a basic setup installation and everything in the Appium. But after that, I don't have chance to work. So
Okay,
now I joined because I want to start my career again. So I basically I have experience in the Selenium automation and the API automation also. I'm aware of it. Thank you.
okay, fine, great. Next,
Hi everyone. I
yes,
am
yes.
is Kiran. I have 5 years of experience in IT. But in that APM, I have 1 year experience. But in that, I have not straightforward kind of internal framework we use for the mobile automation testing. But I don't know the exact internal implementation of the more details. So just I want to learn in detail, and I want to switch the company. That's what I'm looking.
Okay, that's great. Next,
Hi everyone, I'm Mandeep, having 6 years of experience in quality assurance, and I am working completely in manual testing. I have a little bit knowledge about Selenium and other security tool. and I want to change my job. That's why I'm I want to join this session.
That's cool. Can anyone want to say about your intro? That means you can say about your intro. Else we can proceed with the today's session. Hope my screen is visible, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And before going to the topic, I want to ensure my session is more engaging and interactive. If you have any doubt or need clarification on that, kindly let me know, and we'll proceed the same. Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. And wait a minute. Okay. In this session, I am going to tell about mobile testing and Appium tool and why it's the importance of that. Okay. At the end of the session, we have the knowledge in introduction of mobile testing and Appium and core Java and OOPS concept. And after that, Appium setup and installation for that, and Android app automation, and what are all the touch action that I have been working with the Android device applications, and mobile web automation, and also the framework implementation like TestNG or day unit, like that, and design pattern that you have been know pom.xml, right? So how can we integrate with pom.xml with our project for mobile automation that have been mentioned in that, and build tools and CI/CD integration. After that, at the last, we have working with the browser stack, cloud integration, and test execution. Okay, these are the course overview for that. Got it? The overview, right?
Yes. So, what kind of reports that you are going to explain on this one? Is it
Yes. As
Allure
for
or
now,
Extend?
yes. As for now, I have been the working with the Allure report for that. We have mentioned and knowledge about the Allure report as well. At the end of the project setup, those are the things when we complete. Those are the things. After that, we have move on the Allure report for that. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
got it.
And uh, can anyone say what are all the different applications that you have been known?
Different applications. When you say
Yes.
we have a desktop application, web application, and but there is different like kind of different applications like a SAP or e-commerce or retail or any other
Okay, that's
and the
great.
mobile.
And for mobile automation, we have the three types of application type. Okay, one is native, and another one is web, and another one is hybrid. Can anyone have the knowledge about those are the three things? If you know the three things means, can you anyone explain the things? Here I have mentioned, right, native, hybrid, and web application. Those are the three types of application that we have working on the applications, mobile automation, like that. Can
Negative,
anyone know that those are the things?
yeah, like negative application, it is specifically designed for the platform, suppose Android or iOS. So it's kind
Okay.
of different OS was built. And the hybrid was it kind of negative was outside layer and inside mobile web view also existed, like it kind of web technologies, HTML or CSS was also used. Maybe we can, from the mobile app, we can navigate to the mobile web view. So that type of application we will call hybrid one. And web applications, in the mobiles, we have different kind of, Chrome or Firefox browsers. Something we are automating, mobile web applications we'll call mobile. Yeah, that comes under web application.
Yes, that's good, great. And before going to the topic, and we all are know about why mobile phone is important. Can anyone say what's the use of mobile phones and why we need to test mobile applications? No idea?
What was the question? Sorry, yeah, I just internet some issue.
Yes, why mobile phone is pretty much we use the in real time world, and why we need to testing the mobile application.
Yeah, but like wherever that you go, you're not going to carry the laptop or any desktop computers with you, right? So when we have the application that is already available in the mobile, either in iOS or in the Android, it is very easy and comfortable to use, very handy, right? So that is the reason the application should be well versed with both mobile and also web based, so that we can use it whenever, wherever, and we want.
Okay, and I mentioned some scenario for that. First, you want to pay the electricity or any other bills,
Yes.
and another one is you need to communicate with your managers, and submit your data reports. It's the second one. And another one is you have been in for the first time. Which hotel that you want to stay. So just imagination, these are the scenario we are facing the day-to-day life, right? So how can we answer yours now? Answer yourself. What do you need to perform? These are all the activities in a fraction of second. What is in your what is the thought that you have been come under your mind? These are the scenario. Once you see the scenario, those are the things. How can you think about it? Can anyone say? You want to pay the electricity bill or any other bills like that, and after that you need to communicate with your managers and you need to submit your data reports. And another one is you have been in the city at the first time, which hotel that you want to stay. These are the scenario in your prerequisite that just assume. What's the next step that you have been do? Can anyone say?
So these are the scenarios that I got it. So what you want us to do now?
We
Just
will use
think about it.
mobile.
These are the scenario report it your list down scenarios, right? Okay,
Okay.
just
Okay.
imagine. Now answer yourself, what do you need to perform? These are all the activities in a fraction of second that have been done.
So
Then okay, fine.
how do
The
you
answer would be a smartphone or the internet connectivity or the particular mobile application to do the job. These are all the activities that you have been in your mobile means you have to done those are the things, right? That's how
Correct.
the mobile phone importance day by day we use mobile phones lots. But is the mobile apps have you some issues or little bit slow, means what we'll do, just we uninstall the application, we move forward with the other application, right? So
Correct.
these are the things we can maintain and flexible by the mobile application testing, so that we need to do the mobile application testing. Got my point?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And basically there has the 4 types of OS is there. One is Android, and another one is iOS, and another one is BlackBerry, and another one is Windows. Compare between 4 different OS, these first 2, Android and iOS, the most popularity used, right? Because of use of the human resources, based on that we have separate by the popularity, like low, medium, high. That means it's the high popularity, and iOS also use the high popularity, and BlackBerry is low peoples that have been used, and Windows that have been used by medium. Okay, these are the 4 types of OS that have been mobile applications that have been used in the current scenarios. And move forward, I already mentioned native, web, and hybrid application, right? For moving forward, the native application means it's the developed by the specifically for one platform. It would be a Android, it would be a iOS. Those are the things we have mentioned. For Android application means we have download the uh, application by Play Store itself. For iOS means App Store itself. It's the native application. Move forward, the web application. I just here mentioned web apps is the real apps. Here it's the particular. And move forward with the web application. Web application is the real application. They are actually website that open in our smartphone. For example, here I have opened the emulator. It's not my real device, right? Here inside the Chrome, I just type www.amazon.com. Here the page open with the help of the web browser, right? Those are the things called the web application. Okay. And move forward, upcoming session we have knowing about how can we connect the virtual device or real device from our using the CMD device into the Windows. Upcoming session we have uh, learn about it. And for hybrid application means that's the way to the content from the existing web application. These are combination between the combination of those the things, native and the web application. Combination of native and web application. Here I have mentioned the explanation, right? Can anyone say what is the example of native application?
Settings app of the mobile, or caller dialer pad.
Repeat again.
Settings application of the mobile phone, or the dialing pad of the mobile phone, or the default message app of the mobile phone. Those are all native apps.
Okay.
Other examples like Gmail or Google Hangout or Google Chat, those are example of hybrid apps because they use WebView as well.
Okay, that's cool. And move forward. What are the
Madam, we are using browser stack for manual mobile testing or Appium?
no, Appium. We can use the real device and also the BlueStack for mobile automation. Here I just use the BlueStack for mobile automation as a client requirement. And can anyone, have you seen this before? What are all the tools that are available for the mobile automation? Can anyone say?
Appium XUI test.
Is Appium okay? XUI test. Next.
XUI test is used for iOS and then Espresso.
Yes. Appium. Okay, I just mentioned what are the tools that have been available in the market to test out mobile automation. First one is Appium, most popular tool and also the open source tool. And after that, Android and iOS driver. And Calabas, Robotium. I just mentioned most of the popularity that I have been mentioned. And based on our requirement, we have to choose what are the tools is okay for mobile automation as our requirements. Okay. Basically, there has the 4 types of requirements. 4 types of requirement. First one is if we test the application, means that won't change the source code of application. For example, if we test the .apk file that have been sent by the client, means if we test those are the things by using those are things like Appium, Android, iOS driver, whatever it is, if it at the end of the testing that the source code won't be changed. This is the first requirement. And the second one is test should be run simultaneously, like across the emulators, simulator, and also the real device. Can anyone know what is the emulator and simulator and the real device?
No, madam. Madam, these all are free tool, Appium, LoadRunner.
These are the tools. These are the tools widely used for mobile automation. For upcoming, why are we choose Appium tool other than the Android, iOS driver, Calabas, Robotium? We'll discuss with the upcoming. Okay. And for mobile automation, we have by using the emulator, simulator, real device. Those are the things we have to use. This is the second requirement. And that requirement, real device means if you have an Android device, means your Android device connected with the USB debugging with your local system, means those are the cases have been under the real device. Emulator means it's the virtual device for Android. Simulator means it's the virtual device for iOS. Okay, here we use the BlueStack, right? BlueStack comes under the emulator. Okay, and that requirement is test should be written using any other languages, Java or Python, etc. Whatever language that have been known, those are the language that have been chosen, and we use the test framework itself. Can anyone know about what are the framework that you have been used in the web automation or API automation like that?
Yeah, I worked on,
Framework that you used?
framework that I used is BDD Cucumber,
Okay.
data driven, keyword driven, and mm, hybrid.
Then you have to know about what is the use of BDD, right?
Yes.
Okay. Move forward. We discuss with all the things. And fourth requirement is should meet the open source commentary like CI/CD integration like that. Our test should able to do the CI/CD pipeline as well. Okay, these are the four types of requirement is there for mobile testing or web automation, whatever testing we choose. These are the four requirements mainly we have. Based on the requirement that we might be choose the tool for which is a correctly matches for your exact requirements. Okay, and before I just here mention the requirements and Appium tool and iOS driver. Yes. These are the tools that have been mentioned below above, right? First requirements and second requirements and third requirements and fourth requirement. By choosing the Appium means we have to done all the requirements that have been mentioned in the four types of requirement. It support Appium, it support those are the things. Yes, it's supported by four types of requirement. By moving forward with the iOS driver, it supported first requirement, it can be supported, and move forward with the second requirement, it won't be supported, and move forward with the yes, it's support. No, it can't. And fourth requirement would be support. And move forward with the Calabas, it's won't support the first requirement, and for second requirement it has been support, and that and fourth it won't be supported. So these are the for example, these are the four things that have that we mentioned or the met the requirement means we choose the Appium tool is the best requirement for continue the mobile application, right? So that we use the Appium tool, and also Appium is the open source, easy to use. Those are the things also you select for Appium tool as a mobile automation tool. Okay.
Ma'am, few questions actually.
Yes, yes.
So first thing is how much time is scheduled for this demo session?
It's a 1 hour.
1 hour, right?
Yeah.
So basically, can you give some brief about yourself, your current role, and how much experience you have? What's your name actually?
Yeah. Sorry for the delay. I have myself Radhi. I have a 6 years of experience in mobile automation, and I have used the PyTest framework and for Appium tool for the mobile automation, and emulators, simulators. Those are the things I have been knowledge with. And for iOS, I have used the XUI test for the virtual device automation. And framework means I have used the Cucumber framework and PyTest framework and API testing for REST assured. Those are the things I have used. And Cobiton, you know the Cobiton, right? For mobile automation, that have been Cobiton tool. All those are the things also I have the knowledge with that.
So are you going to take the complete course?
Yes, I have going to take the complete course. At the end of session, you have the hands-on knowledge with real device for mobile automation as well.
So which device we are going to use? Is it a Windows machine or a Mac machine?
Windows for Android.
So are you going to cover the simulator part as part of this course?
I just give the overview for that, but I haven't real device for working on the simulator. That's why I mentioned the Android for that.
Only Android is going to be covered as part of this course, right?
Yes. For real-time example, we can cover the Android, and I give the overview for XUI test as well. Based on the step-by-step guide, you can create the project and do the iOS automation as well.
So which application you are going to take part of this course? Is it a bank application or any e-commerce website? Which one you are going to take?
For mobile web browser means we have used the random Amazon.com like that, right? And also sample mobile automation means I have developed some APK file for that. I just use my own .apk file for mobile automation like that.
So will you be sharing that steps also for us how to create such kind of sample
Yes,
APK
when
file?
we done the setup and when we download the installation for the mobile automation means I have sent the .apk file in group as well.
Okay, so how much configuration of the desktop is required for this one?
How much configuration of?
Desktop, basically 4 GB RAM, or how much is required for this automation? Is it 2 GB is enough or 4 GB RAM is required?
Maximum 6 to 8. 4 is very low compatibility, right?
Okay. The
Because
performance
we
is
need
also,
the Android, yes, I have mentioned, because we need Android Studio. These are the these application more storage is more high, and also Appium server also we need, and Appium inspector also need. So we have 6 to 8 GB is better to done the mobile automation for.
right. So I see that 86 lectures are there as part of this course with the 32 hours. So the Saturday Sunday is going to be covered, or how is the
No,
plan?
only weekdays. Only weekdays. We can cover those are the things in 32 hours.
In the 32 hours? So how much is the time duration actually? How many months it is going to take?
1.5.
1.5. Okay.
Yes.
So after enrolling the course, right? Is it possible
Yes.
to get the previous recorded sessions? Can we get that after enrolling the course? I'm asking.
We'll check with my team and let you know. These are the videos recorded. Might be you have.
Okay, please revert that one. Okay.
Yes. I also already recorded for that. They will
And
share
one
with you
and
in
one more
tomorrow.
thing is currently we are in USA, so
Okay.
I don't use and I don't have any Android device at my home or anywhere. So
Yes.
I'm completely depending on the iOS.
Okay.
So how that I can test or use in the classroom or how to test that one if I don't have any Android one.
Then you
You
have
got my point,
you
right?
have yes. You haven't any Windows.
Yeah,
Windows
Windows I have.
laptop?
Windows laptop I have.
Yes.
But
Then fine. You have used the emulators for that. I already mentioned, right? If you don't
okay,
have the real device means you have used the emulator for that.
okay,
It's
okay,
also not my real device. I myself also have a iOS, not a Android phone, so that I use the BlueStack.
okay, okay.
Yes. Can anyone want to say anything?
I mean, what about iOS automation? Like, did we implement some test cases and we'll run that?
Could you
Uh,
please sound again? Your voice is low.
yeah, like coming about like automation, iOS automation especially, because
Okay.
how about like what kind of part we are going to cover? Like we'll cover like we'll implement few scenarios, test scenarios, and we'll run it in the source
Yes,
in
yes.
the
What are the cases that have been covered for the Android mobile automation? Those are the things we'll cover by iOS itself. But I haven't real device that have not done the real time experience. So that I just give the guidance for step by step for iOS itself. You have to some of the one can join if you have the iOS means you have been joined the meet and share your screen and I will explain those are the things guide by guide you have to done your side itself. That's also fine. If
Can
you
we
want
do
to
using
know
browser
about it,
stack, ma'am?
sorry.
Can we do it using browser stack?
Yes, for Android automation you have used for browser stack.
I have
Browser
access
stack
for
now.
iOS devices as well. I have access for browser stack for iOS devices as well. Can
Yes,
I
yes,
use
that
those
have
for
been
running
used
automation?
for browser stack itself.
Okay.
For cross-platform testing, those are the things need to be do means you have to use browser stack itself. Browser stack when we are going with browser stack means that those are the case covered with Android and iOS itself. Here we use the BlueStack app. Those are the BlueStack applications that have been covered by Android apps only. For iOS means we use the Xcode that is covered by only using for iOS device. Okay. If you want to use the browser stack means it support both Android and iOS itself. Those are the things also we done with things.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, one question. So
Yes,
basically, if you have a Mac machine and the Xcode installed, you will be guiding us to
yes, yes.
go
I
to the code
surely I
without.
will guide.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
Yes. Can we move forward?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh, this is the only time that you are available, or are you going to start any batch in the morning also?
No, no. This time only 9 to 10.
Okay, okay.
Okay. And move forward with why Appium means it's the cross platform. It's supported for Android and iOS, and also as I mentioned, it's the open source tool, right? So Appium is the open source and support for built-in apps for like calendar and alarm. Those are the things inbuilt application that you have been download in your mobile application in Android and iOS. Those are the things able to automate, and any WebDriver compatible languages are supported like Java, Python, C Sharp, PHP. Those are the and also etc. Those are the languages also supported, and we just need to language specific libraries to add the libraries to work on. Okay, languages support and support built-in application, and it's a open source and support cross platform. And what are the limitations that have been in Appium? Limitation in Appium.
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt. So one more
Sorry?
question. Yeah, sorry to
Yes.
interrupt. One more question. So you
Yes.
said you worked on PyTest framework, right? So
Yes.
with the language Python, right? You will use it.
Yes. Yes. PyTest using Python.
Yeah. So I have a question like Appium with the Python is more popular or Appium with the Java is still popular? I just wanted to know.
Both are the things we have used. For Android, we use the PyTest with Python. For iOS, I used Java with PyTest. For Python, when we try to automate for the iOS means the most of the cases that have been some limitation libraries in Python, so that I don't use the Python in iOS project automation. And for Android, it's more both are the language Java and Python, though both are the same. Based on our knowledge on that, we have used the Java and Python itself.
So the project still accept with Appium with the Java, right?
Yes,
Or
yes,
are they preferring Appium with the Python? Which one they are preferring nowadays? I just wanted to know.
Java.
Java is still popular, right? Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
It's
thank
the
you.
basic, so that we mentioned the Java and Appium. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And what are the limitations that have been Appium in? First one is limited support for Android devices. If you want to take the note means you can take the note itself. Okay. Limited support for old Android versions. Less than 17. For if we use the Android version less than 17 means we have to configure the API level. Okay. So that it's the one of the limitation of using the Appium. And another one is script execution slow for iOS compared to Android. And also for Android, it's very slow to emulator. When we use to automate the mobile application by using the emulator means it also be the slow compared to the real devices. And it won't support the parallel execution. These are the major limitation for using the Appium. And move forward, what's about Appium? Before we discuss the same, right, can anyone have the knowledge about what's Appium? As we mentioned below, before I mentioned the same. Can anyone say what is Appium? Okay, let's move forward. Appium is the mobile or web or native and hybrid application. It's the open source software automation tool which is useful to automate the Android and iOS platform. Those are the things we have been able to automate. And Appium architecture. My screen is visible, right? These are the Appium architecture. Basically, Appium working as the client and server model. Okay. Can anyone say what is about client and server architecture? And you have been working with API, right? Then you have to know client server architecture. Can anyone say?
Client means that we are sending the request through HTTP URL, and that is
Yes.
going to the server. It is to process the request. In between, we will be having some middle layer, which is called the database. It will store the data, whatever that we are requesting and all. So it is going to take the in request from the client, which is from the browser or through the API, and then it will be reaching to the server to get the output.
Yes, the same way Appium working is the same flow. For like here client Appium server working as the server, and what are the real device or virtual device that have been used, those are the things we have to client send the request and server send the response again. Here server send the session ID for that. So based on the session ID that have been written the client session id that have been written to the client, and after that those are the things written to the our ua browser. Okay, those are the things, maybe iphone or android or whichever device, like emulator or simulators, those are the things. So here we use the JSON wire protocol to communicate the session IDs. Whenever the client sends a request to the server, will create the session ID and it will send back to the session ID to the client. When we try to send the request from the client means it create the session id. For that, server will create the session id and then server return the session id to the client, and after that the communication between the client and server will happen with this session id only. Move forward with the session. What is the session id and how can we identify which session id that have been run based on the android and emulator, like that. Okay, and here I have the one question. how, how come the server will identify which session if need to create? For example, if we have two projects, one is for automate the inbuilt application for calculator, and another one is for automate the mm, some Google service, like that. Let's assume Google service. If we run the project, how can the server choose the project that have been run or not? Can anyone have any idea for that?
Using the name of the application.
Yes, that's the one, but programming doesn't know the application name, right? We have to mention the particular different thing, right? So that I asked. Okay, based on decide capabilities, can anyone knows the what is decide capabilities? Can anyone know or not?
I think desired capabilities is an interface, right?
No, not like the interfaces. It's decide
Okay.
capabilities is the client that have been what are the capabilities that you have been need for the automate your particular application, means those are the things under the JSON file format. It's having the JSON
Mm-hmm.
files.
Okay.
So it is moreover like prerequisites, right? Like
Yes, based on
maximize
the
the windows of,
prerequisites.
yeah, maximize the windows, um, or the headless
As
mode
for the
part.
web automation, through the web automation means maximize the window, hide the header lines. Those are the cases under the prerequisite. Here we use the mobile automation. Those are the cases might be have the platform name.
Device name, device
Yes,
version, something like that.
device name. I think the platform
Yeah,
version.
with Android or iOS, that
Yes,
we can.
device name, and for the application name. And
It will be
no,
application name or bundle ID, madam.
sorry. No,
It will be
bundle ID is
application.
used for whenever we use the web automation or test engine framework for pom.xml file, means we have used the bundle ID. Okay, here we use the application name. For example, here I use this application codestructs.ai, means when we inspect these elements in the Appium, means those are the cases when will return the application name, okay, or package name. Those are the cases we mentioned to the JSON file, so that when we run the particular project, means hit the application name and the platform version and also the device name, so that we can able to run the mobile automation for particular project. Okay, and we also mentioned the no reset. No reset means if we want to log in the application means no, if we here we can use the true or false method. Okay, if we use the true method means where this blue stack in the same flow, right? Here we use the no reset is true means whenever we run the file we can easily as the codestacks.ai file itself. Here we mentioned, and also if we open, these are the things. Here I open the web browser in mobile itself, and I use the no reset true and search the mobile application. For that means we face the some WebDriver exception like that. Okay, because wherever we left the page, so here that we can proceed with the project run, so that we can get the exception like that. When we provide the no reset true means here we, let's assume here is the page, it's in the amazon.com page, and reset is false means it's directly comes under the home page of BlueStacks. Then we can able to log in or sign in the particular .apk file itself. Got it? And if I just mention JSON example, we have to open curly braces and close curly braces for that. And what are the cases that have been mentioned? We have to provide with the string. One is platform name. For Android or iOS that have been mentioned, I have used the Android JSON example, so that I mentioned the Android. And after the device name, here next session I have mentioned how can we get the device listed down. Here I just mentioned the FTP devices. Here the device name, right? Emulator 554554. Under device name have to mention the device name and app package. App package means when I inspect these elements in the Appium inspector, it throws the app package name. Those are the app package name we have to provide here. I just randomly here provide codestacks.a. And also last one is app reset true. True or false method we have to provide under the string quotation. Just add the true or false itself. So these are the JSON file format that we mentioned in the decide capabilities. And I just at the last I just mentioned what are the prerequisites that have been need in the Android mobile automation. Okay, we need Java. Here we fully focused on Java with the TestNG framework or PyTest, whatever it is we have mentioned in the upcoming session. We need the Java, Eclipse or VS Code. Those are the project management tool, and Maven plugin. If we use the TestNG or JUnit, that means we have used the Maven plugin and TestNG plugin. And Selenium WebDriver, and also need Android Studio. It's the major one. When we try to automate the mobile application means we have to install the Android Studio. After that, Appium. Here, Appium installation that has two way to install. One is desktop Appium. One way is desktop automation, and another one is through the npm install through the command prompt. Those are the things we'll discuss about upcoming session. And Appium client library. So these are the prerequisites that have been need to install in our local system for Android mobile automation. Kindly note it down. We'll see about what are the things that have been covered with the upcoming session that have been covered by next session. Okay, these are the today's session.
Ma'am, coming to SIL capabilities, so when we will give app package and app activity, suppose if I have, I
Sorry,
have
sorry,
the,
repeat again.
yeah. So for example, I have the app byte in my local. In that cases also, do we need to give app package and app activity in the desired capabilities?
Yes, yes, we need to give the package name and package activity for that. We know what are all the application that might be go for mobile automation, right? And programming that having to know what is the application need to go with the Android mobile automation. That means we have to provide the app package name, activity. Those are the things we have to provide.
Okay. And maybe if we have three different type of apps, right? Negative, hybrid, and
Yes,
mobile.
yes.
So like we didn't mention the suppose we are trying to automate the mobile app, web app, so definitely we have to provide some capabilities, right? Is it really required or it will be help enough?
These are the capabilities are enough for mobile web application automation and also the mobile automation itself.
Okay, thank you.
Can anyone have any questions or clarification need for that? If you need any clarification, please make sure note it down and mention it in our next session. We'll discuss about the same. Okay.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. Who are all joined the meet? Thanks for joining. We'll see about the next session.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.